What's up guys, Juggalo here, and today we're going to finish up installing this water block, and I'm going to be showing you again how to use your stock backplate with the EVGA Classified Kingpin Edition. So as you can tell, I have all my pads laid out, everything is good. I also recommend using like some kind of book and or something just to raise the card up, just because this PCI bracket, when you do put on the block and then you have to flip it over, you are going to have a good 2.5 inches of space that you're going to need, so you can work around the card. If not, you're not going to be able to hold the water block on and everything like that. So I have these things and all that fun stuff. So all you need now is your MX4. Of course, your screws right here in your baggie. You need screws from Home Depot, and I'll show this again during the video as well. You're going to need 0.5 or M3.5 by 6mm screws. Alright, so let me go ahead and get this water block out. Okay. Alright, here we go. Here's the water block right here. Sometimes I like to rub it down. The shirt is clean and everything like that, and I'll just rub it down a little bit just in case you still have some of the process left on it. It looks like the EK sticker got over where it's supposed to be, so I'm just going to peel that back, look it over, make sure everything's good. So just double checking everything. Alright, we're good. So now what we have to do is take your thermal paste. Again, MX4 is my choice. You can do this many ways. This is my way. You don't have to follow it. It is up to you. I don't need to have arguments saying, you're putting the TIM on wrong. You're putting the TIM on wrong. There's multiple ways in putting on the TIM. So I think that is about enough right there. Alright, go ahead and put this on. And the tricky part is essentially trying to figure out where the lines are gonna, or the hole, or yeah, pretty much all the holes and all that fun stuff. And we're gonna line up on the water block, and generally I try to find the area where it's gonna be at. So I'm gonna try to line up these two right here. I'm gonna probably line up right here. So you just try to find the best of your ability. You might have to do a little, call it wiggle action, to get it all into place and everything. I am glad that EK no longer forces you to put on these stupid black spacers on here first. Oh my god, was that a nightmare. In my other block videos, let's see, you can check out probably, I might have had EK on my 790 or something like that, 7870 and 7950 or whatever I had at the time. I do remember that. It was a pain in the butt, and I don't want to do it again. So yeah. Alright, so this is showtime pretty much, and if it doesn't line up, just move it a little bit. That's all you can do, really. So alright, see, go ahead and flip the block around, cart around and see what it's on. Okay, it needs to be brought up more right there. Okay, so that's all you have to do. Sometimes you have to move it a little bit Shouldn't hurt anything. Alright. Now that we have everything in place, we gotta flip this bad boy over without moving the block and trying to keep everything at a minimum. So get your two handy dandy game boxes. Let's see, Unreal Tournament 3 and the orange box. There you go, some old school games there for you guys. If you don't know what those are, shame on you. But alright, now what we're going to do next is pick up the block. Okay. Center the orange box right here, like so. And then we're going to take our water block. I'm not sure if you can see it. Both hands. We're going to flip it. Quick as can be. Make it quick as possible when you're flipping it, because you don't want to say, oh, I gotta be careful, then all of a sudden you know your block gets messed up or anything. Quick as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and get my handy dandy Phillips screwdriver. Put that into place. Okay. Put that aside. Get my Allen wrench. I have no idea what size it is, but I'm putting that aside. This is for, again, the 0.5 by 5 millimeter M3 screws right here. I am using a guide on my computer, so if you see me leaning towards my computer, that's because I'm trying to follow this guide that my friend gave me and everything like that. So that's why you might see me leaning over a little bit. Alright, next up, go ahead and take your back plate that you more than likely had to take off because of you know, the bolts being out, so go ahead and put that back on. No biggie, just line it up the best you can, like so. Alright, we're good to go. Okay, now first things first, what you want to do with this block is ensure that you have your washers your plastic washers. They're clear. I think I showed you them yesterday, but EK has definitely given you a lot of them, so like more than enough, surprisingly. So what I like to do first and foremost, okay, let me go ahead and look. Alright, so EK screws are going to go in this one, this one, this one, and this one. So there, okay, after these four I installed, and I'll show you the other 1, 2, it looks like 3. So let me go ahead and put these in first. Okay, these 4 right here is essentially the GPU part of the block. Do a crisscross pattern. It is recommended probably by manufacturers and myself. I personally do it, so hope you guys do it too. And it's to ensure even pressure among the GPU. In turn, while you're doing the crisscross pattern, you are spreading the TIM out. If you do it in a crisscross pattern, or you know, whatever pattern you're doing, you don't have to do the crisscross pattern. Again, it is just my preference of doing that. Okay. Alright. Again, you don't have to like line these up perfectly. You're just going to take your screwdriver and you can kind of guide it into place if you have some skills. Okay. Then for these, I'm going to go ahead and tighten these all the way down. Crisscross pattern. Okay. Okay. Tighten that up. Make sure this is tight. Hand tight. Don't crank it. If you crank it, you're a freaking craphead if you do that. There's no reason to hand crank the thing as tight as you can. Just, you know, just get enough where it gets a little grab action, and if you can't crank it anymore, don't do anymore, because you might be doing more harm than good doing that. Okay, so right here is where you're going to put the one screw. Okay, now I also noticed some screws you don't have to use the spacers, and then some you do, from what I've realized. Like, see, if I put this spacer here that comes with it, it's not even long enough. And then I'll go ahead and show you guys with the different screw. Be the same issue. So here, I'll go ahead and whoops, that was real smooth, huh? So, and they do give you plenty of washers and all that stuff, so I'll go ahead and put this one in and show you guys that sometimes the plastic washers won't fit, and the reason being is because you are using the stock backplate. Alright, so don't worry about that. Okay, put that back on. Okay, put this screw on. I'm gonna put the last screw, because it's gonna be a pain in the butt, on here, which is the square nut or hexagon nut or whatever you want to say it, right here. It's the most pain in the butt part. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I'm still within camera view and everything like that for you guys. Okay. Alright, I'm going back to my deal here. So we got regular EK screw, EK screw, EK screw, EK screw, EK screw, EK screw, and then EK screw. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the last one will go right here. Looks like we might have to finagle a little. Alright, next up, you're going to take your screws again, the 0.5 by 6mm M3 screws that you got from Home Depot or wherever, and you're going to start putting these on the water block itself. Okay, and then you are going to have to like double check, and might have to move the back plate a little bit to line up the hole, and yada yada yada. So there we go. And they come in a pack of 3. I spent $1, or not $1, but $3, depending on you know, your state tax. Mine came out to like $3.49. So yeah. Okay, got this one right here to do. And don't screw them all the way, because remember, we got to do this pain in the butt one right here. We're gonna still need some wiggle room when we do that. That one's the most pain in the butt part. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to get it on camera, so I'll try my best in doing so. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, put one right here, it looks like. So again, guys, these are the other screws I was talking about. And I've noticed sometimes they work and sometimes you don't. You might have to use a different piece or whatever. I think actually there's no thread in here, so that's why it didn't work. So go ahead and do that. Okay, let me see. Might go right. One can go right here. Okay. Get another one. Plastic washers everywhere from, you know, just messing around. Okay, so let me see real quick. Can't go in. Okay. Here. Okay, there we go. Got that one in. So let me see if I can still, yeah, I could still move that. So that means I can go here and then go here, here. Go over here and tighten this one down. Okay. Make sure this is tightened down. Go over here and tighten this one down. And then the pain in the butt one, and I hope I didn't misplace that, but what you're supposed to do is use a spacer and basically put the screw in, go past the PCB and everything and put that washer on, this little plastic washer, but I realize it doesn't work when you have this because the backplate adds a couple of inches, so you're not able to do that. So I can't use it, so I'm gonna just go ahead and stick it in there, stick it through the hole like that, and then I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you this, but here we go. Let me see if I can do something like that without it falling. So yeah, and then from there I'm just gonna hand tighten the screw. I'm just making sure I'm still in the shot, but this is going to be very, very small. This is a very small screw. If I can't get it on camera, I'll show you what it looks like when it's tightened up if you're that desperate to see what it looks like. But see how small that is. Bring it over to the farthest edge, and I essentially just take my finger, hold the screw or nut, and then just put it on by hand like that. Okay, so it doesn't need to be on uber tight, just letting you guys know who like to crank it down and all that fun stuff. But here it is, the GTX 780 Ti Kingpin Classified Edition. So there you go. So lovely water block here. Here's the other side right here. Here's the back. Also remember guys, when you're water cooling, make sure to flip these two switches onto on. I believe number 1 is on and number 2 isn't. They're really, really small. This adds more voltage to your card right here. And if you're water cooling, turn that crap up, you know. Gonna overclock it. This is what these cards are meant to do. So again, I'm just gonna go ahead and double check everything, make sure everything is nice and tight. So I'm kind of anal about that, and very, very particular, is to make sure everything is installed the right way. So let me go ahead and do that. If you don't like watching that, I'm sorry, but hey man, it's an 859 graphics card. I know Newegg had a deal where they're $50 off, or you can get them for $800 here in the US. So, and then I'll go here and see, you know, if I can do anything about that. And nope, it's just gonna spin. So everything's good to go, you know. That's awesome. There we go. Here it is again. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the comments, so on and so forth. And as always, comment, subscribe, rate this video, click that like button. You guys have a great day now. Bye.